We are very excited about phase 2 of the season. Conference play, it always brings a higher level of energy, especially early. We're going to Fresno State, new member into the Mountain West. We have played them before in my tenure here. The last time we played them, we had a really tough, hard-fought, close game at their place. I would expect more of the same. Our job is to make sure that we're doing what we want to do and getting better as we do it. So that's the challenge for us. I like 12-2. I like our team, but we must continue to demand of ourselves that we get better. So this league is very, very good. I think that recognition nationally with the RPI, with Wyoming undefeated, with Vegas and New Mexico and Colorado State and Boise State and on. This is a league that people across the country, when they say Mountain West, they say good basketball, really good basketball. And that's what it is. So you have to play and play well every game to have a chance to win, home or away. And that's exciting also, a little bit nerve-wracking, but exciting. So we will be ready to go and counting on us playing well. Any questions or anything?
Not long ago, maybe just a couple of years, the Mountain West still had the stigma of if you wanted to get an at-large berth, you had to have a really good, maybe lose 1 or 2 games in conference in the regular season, and then maybe get to the conference championship game. Has that changed now for this conference?
Well, I don't know how long ago, but I remember a few years ago we had 3 or 4 teams that were in. So if you go way back to the first 3 or 4 years of existence, I would say you're right. But I think the last 7 years or so, we've had multiple bids and more than one team in. The last 2 or 3 years, you're right. The reputation and RPI and non-conference schedule and winning has elevated our league. There's no question about it. Now, with the RPI in our league being higher than almost all of the other leagues, you don't kill yourself when you lose a league game. Where in years past, it hurt immensely because the prestige wasn't there. So that's a point well taken. And I think what the teams have done is they've gotten better teams on their schedule, and we've found ways to win, ourselves included.
What is your second game on, I believe, 15 days from time to play it? How do you make sure the team is rested and not coming out rusty?
I'm not worried about that. I'm a bit concerned about the health of our team. But we'll be ready to play. We will be excited to play, and if we don't play well, it won't be because we've had a time span between, say, Arizona and one game and start a conference play. I don't think that's an issue. We've given them time off. We've practiced in a fashion that I think it's important. We've done some live stuff. We've done some scrimmaging, a little more to emulate a game feel. I think we'll be fine with that.
And Coach, when you mentioned you're a little concerned health-wise, who are the players in particular that you're maybe a little not concerned about but questionable?
Xavier Thames. He's my #1 concern. Deshaun has got, I don't know what it is, but he's got a shoulder issue that kept him out of some of yesterday's practice. I feel that Deshaun will play and play really well for us. So I'm not as concerned about him, although when you miss practice, that does impact a little bit, and he did that. But I'm concerned about X. I'm concerned about X's back, and we'll just have to see.
So will he be a game time decision for?
I think he'll have to be, yeah. Yeah.
Coach, could you describe a bit the difference in the feeling around this program and this conference from when you started here to now?
Well, it was a new league in 1999, and I'm the only coach still here. And several programs are no longer here. But in the early stages, it was BYU, Utah, and everybody else was an afterthought, and maybe rightly so. Now this is a league filled with high-caliber teams, top 25 teams, nationally ranked teams, undefeated teams, and it's grown immeasurably in quality. And we've lost those two teams, BYU and Utah. The pillars before are no longer even here. It's a very, very good basketball league, and I think, again, we've won against the Arizonas and the UCLAs and the Connecticuts and the people like that others have beaten. North Carolina a year ago with Vegas, and on and on and on. So we've beaten good programs. We've beaten programs that have been long-standing pillars in the national rankings. And when you do that, you gain respect. The next step for the Mountain West would be get a team to the Final Four. Get a team to the Final Four. But we're highly regarded right now, and I think we're all proud of where we're viewed in a lot of places.
How does that happen? How is a conference able to lift itself? I mean, you schedule stronger games, stronger non-conference games, win those games. But as a whole, how can a conference lift itself up like the Mountain West has?
There are really good players in this league and exceptional coaches. Two programs, Vegas and New Mexico, and I don't want to slight either one of them when the league began, but Vegas won a national championship. New Mexico has got a tremendous tradition to their program. They're back where they were, and maybe then some with the New Mexico, with what Steve Alford is doing there now. Wyoming, with the job Larry Shiat's done at Wyoming in 2 years is unbelievable, and on and on and on. So I think you get good players. Players want to go places where they say, hey, how quick can I play? Will we win? And will we get recognition when we win? And we've got all of the above now in a high-caliber league, and players recognize and know that. They know that. And here, we have a program now, and we're proud of that fact. And we've got great involvement with everybody. Our students love this team, and they have helped make this team, and they're a part of the fabric of what we do. You come into this building, there are very, very few, a handful, and that would be giving them the benefit, that are better. We're as good as anybody when you walk in here and see the atmosphere in this building. That helps you be successful. When you win, it helps you be successful. And a lot of schools in our league have done that now repeatedly.
Coach, when you speak so highly of the Mountain West and all of the shakeups going on as far as colleges and conferences are concerned, is there almost a little bit of hope that San Diego State can stay in this conference?
I'm going to reserve getting into deep commenting on that. I voiced my feelings to the administration. We've got a schedule in place, if we're not in the Mountain West, that'll be as tough a non-conference schedule as there is in the United States of America. We'll play a schedule, regardless of where we are, that will allow us to continue to be successful and to get kids to want to come here. So I'm not obsessing over that. We'll wind up in a league that's we're there for a reason, and we will act accordingly. And I do think that our recruiting won't miss a beat, regardless of what league we're in.
Coach, which team going into conference play has the bullseye on their back? Is it the Aztecs?
I don't know that you would specifically say us. We were just a silly little that much pick to win it in the coaches poll. But if you redid it right now, I don't know that we would be picked to win it. It's a good league. And I would say there's a beeline for everybody. If I'm playing Wyoming in the opening game, I won't be the first team that beats them. So you could say that for them, and on, go through about 7 teams in our league.
Coach, you're doing something on Chase. Your thoughts, looking big picture over his career here, how has he developed as a player and as a person?
Chase probably will go down as the winningest player ever to play at San Diego State over a 4-year career. And he's been a 4-year starter in that time span. He has been the guy that was an afterthought from the media to talk about, but he's been invaluable to us. And he's played and acted like a winner and a champion. And now he's moved from behind the curtain to front and center, where he's a guy that we expect him to get 15 shots and 20 points. And he's playing terrific. He's playing his best basketball of his career, and you hope that your seniors will do that. What Chase has done is he has elevated his defensive capacity, where now you put him on a shooter on another team, and he says, I'm not going to let that guy get a clean look. You watch Chase when he's guarding a three-point shooter, a guy that's known to be a scorer, and he is terrific in how he plays. Gets his hands on a lot of balls. So every part of his game has grown, and he's going to go down as one of the best players to come through San Diego State.